Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jonathan from Wilderness EDC here again. Today we're going to be doing another knife review. It's going to be on the Gerber LMF2. I'm working on a background, so it's not just a plain wall. And I'm going to be doing some other stuff for the channel, like some intros and outros. That way it's not just starting with me talking instantly, because there's enough of that in the video. So we'll get right into the knife. We'll talk about the sheath in a minute. So this is the Gerber LMF2. You have a ASEC survival knife, tactical knife, whatever you want to call it. It is issued in the Air Force. I know there's a lot of other companies. There's, like, off the top of my head, two bigger ones that make ASEC survival knives. You have Ontario, and then also K-Bar with the Becker BK2. With this, we'll talk material, handle material. So you have 420 HC on the blades, same steel you have in the Strong Arm Prodigy or most of their other USA made knives. You have the pommel right here, it's metal pommel. It's got a big glass breaker on the back end of it, and a flat part right here you can maybe use as a hammer if you put it back into the sheath, and use that to, in a pinch, pound something in, I guess. Handle is rubber with, like, the little, it's not as aggressive as if you ever held a Strong Arm, have that, like, diamond looking treading on it. It's more of just like if you've ever held the Prodigy, it's kind of like that, just a little bit stickier. It's kind of got like little rubber circles or texturing, some nice palm swells to really fill out the hand. Handle's really big, feels nice in the hand. You have this, like, sweep right here, stop you from sliding off, and then the actual guard around the hilt, I guess you could say, kind of sweeps up on and out on the both top and bottom. You have these two lashing points right here, and then a lanyard hole, which you could theoretically attach to the end of a stick and make a spear if you really needed to in a survival or ASEC situation. So we'll get into a little bit about the design. ASEC, air survival and escape knife. So in the event that you crashed your plane or were in a plane crash, this is supposed to be able to aid you in getting out of the plane, building shelter, or doing whatever you need it to do to be able to survive until help arrives. So purpose-built kind of design. You have not a full tang, you have a partial tang, which means this and this is not one piece. It stops right here, and you have a buffer in between, inside the handle here, and the pommel from the tang to the pommel. So that way there's no chance that you would conduct electricity through here to here if you were cutting through a live wire or fuselage. So that is why it's built like that. There are some trade-offs with that. Something that I've noticed with just not even being super hard on this thing, just like in a pinch, like if you had to use this in a survival situation, you didn't have an axe or anything like that, maybe you'd have to split some smaller pieces of wood. And in doing so, when I did that, it did make the plastic around the actual blade itself right here at the hilt, it started separating, which then made the overmolded rubber handle kind of loosen up around the tang and the actual pommel. So there's a little bit of flex now. I probably am just gonna wait until it breaks all the way to send it in for the warranty, but just something to think about when if you don't catch this thing on sale, you're paying $135 for a knife that doesn't really stand up to abuse very well, in my opinion. I know there's a bunch of other videos. A lot of other people haven't had this happen to them, just because maybe I got a dud, I don't know, but this is what happened to me. And But yeah, I mean, that's just something to think about. You're paying $135 for, I mean, it looks really cool. I wanted it to be able to stand up to the abuse, but there are definitely other knives you could go and get. First thing that comes to mind for me is the Becker BK2 from K-Bar. Like, that thing is ridiculous. Like, you can baton anything with that and still it holds itself together fine. That is a full tang though, so I mean, if you're really worried about crashing a plane and having to cut through a live wire, then yeah, probably go with this, I guess, so you don't shock yourself. So other than that, the handle, super comfortable. Like, it's not, it's the same grippy rubber that Gerber always does on everything. The pommel, I've not really used it on like windows or anything, but I broke like a glass bottle with it a few times just to see, and it's fine, works, breaks glass. Used it to hammer like a tent peg in just to see, like, because that's what they say you can use it for, and works fine. But other than that, it only comes in partial serration, so if you don't like serrations, sorry, this is the knife for you. They don't sell it in full plain edge. You have 3 different color options. So you have black, green, and then coyote brown. But yeah, that's about it for the knife. Like, I think it's overpriced for what it really is. If you want something that looks like this, that's more durable, for cheaper, I'd go with the Gerber Strong Arm. Or if you want something that's like an actual ASEC knife, like in this same size range, I would go with probably the Becker BK2. You're gonna pay around the same price-ish, probably a little less, if you can find it on sale. And you're getting 1095 Crovan, so better steel in my opinion. Has a lot better edge retention. The edge retention on this though isn't horrible. The heat treat they've been doing on it forever works just fine. It's just, it does not hold an edge as good as a lot of other steels. Like, it's not hard to find a better steel nowadays than 420HC. So just something to think about. The Strong Arm also comes in partially serrated, full plain edge. So yeah, we'll get into the sheath now. So you have this nylon backing piece right here, and then these Velcro straps go through right here to basically hold the sheath onto this little backer. Try to get it through there. Just around it like that, like so. And then you have the option to completely remove the actual plastic injection molded sheath from the Velcro. It just loops through this little hole right there, loops around it to hold it on there. So you just have the molded part now. And then you can lash this via the lashing points to molly or backpack, really whatever you want to. It is ambidextrous, so you just boom, put it in there. Goes in either way. You have also the friction is what holds this in. So around the rubber guard right here, this little like clamp is kind of like molded to where it's gonna bend a little bit, but also hold enough pressure on it to hold it in there. Clips in. It's pretty tough to get out, especially when you first get it. You kind of have to break it in. You have the sharpener in there, which is just 2 carbide rods that they have put in the sheath, and you would basically just put it in right here, pull it out. That's how you would field sharpen it if you didn't have a sharpener. Cool design. If you are actually like in a survival situation, you have this with you, a sharp knife is better than a dull knife. So it's kind of cool they thought about that. The only thing is though, is you can't really sharpen the serrations with it, but I mean, I mean, if you're gonna be thinking about that when you're in a survival situation, then I mean, nobody is. So, but I mean, it's a cool knife. Maybe I just got a dud. Hopefully this is actually useful to you guys, make you think about other options you have, or if you just really want this thing and you want to try it for yourself, and obviously go right ahead and hopefully you get a good one. Hopefully I just got a bad one. But yeah, that's my review on the Gerber LMF2. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content. If you want to see a specific knife, comment it down below, or if you want to see a specific piece of gear, comment it down below. I'll kind of try and review a little bit of everything, just EDC stuff, any type of gear that you guys use in your EDC kit. Comment it down below. Always trying to find new stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching.